Hello and welcome to my cooking class. It's Jacqueline, and today I'm going to make a meal that's a fusion between Greece and Italy. What we're going to be doing is Spanakopita, but because I'm doing the fusion, it's going to be Spanakopita Pasta. Yes, interesting concept. How did this come to be? Well, I was grocery shopping. You know I don't want to throw away any food, and I am leaving in 3 days. And I have to go through some spinach. So I thought, what better way to do this than to make something Italian and of course Greek, because you know I did buy some feta cheese the other day. So let's get started in making this really fun meal. So the first thing I've got going here is I have some butter melting in the saute pan. And what I'm going to do, because any good Spanakopita has some basic essential items: spinach, onion, feta, lemon, and dill. So today's ingredient that I'm going to be enhancing this with is a brand new product that we came out with that you probably wouldn't suspect for this meal. But let's do it anyway. So we're just going to saute up our onion. Grab the saute spoon here. And we're going to just get this cooked down a little bit. Now, you might be wondering, why is there so much butter in there? Well, that's going to be our sauce. So while we're making this Italian meal, it's going to be a very light, refreshing pasta because it's not got a big cream sauce in it. Makes sense, right? So our spinach, it will wilt down, but what I would recommend is just give it a rough chop. I notice this is baby spinach, so it's not too large, but I don't like having so much large spinach in my pasta, so I'm just roughly going to chop this. Now, the recipe I will share with you can be found on my website. And you know that I always just loosely follow it. So I've already broke the rules, but I noticed that the recipe did not ask for onion, and I totally am putting it in. In my opinion, onion is just, well, it's a rock star in the kitchen, wouldn't you say? Okay, so I've roughly chopped up our spinach. Let's get that thrown in. Now the other ingredient, I'm looking at my counter wondering, what am I forgetting? Eggs. So this is our brand new mixing bowl, and what we're going to do is we're going to put eggs mixed with feta and make sort of a sauce to put on top of here. Now I've got this at medium heat. I'm just going to put it to medium high. And we're just going to wilt that down a little bit. So we've got 2 eggs in here. Give them a little bit of a whisk. Break up the yolks and the eggs. I'm going to just drop that into my little mixing bowl. And before I put my feta in here, because I still want to have some chunks in my pasta, I love feta. Just put our crumbled feta in here. And I don't want to break this up too much, but I do want to get it sort of coated. Fabulous. We're going to grab our citrus press, if you happen to have one. Hopefully you do. And we're going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And for seasoning, what might that look like? Well, here we go. I am going to showcase our brand new Dilly Honey Mustard. Yes, this is new to the line and I love it. Second jar actually. That's how much I'm a fan. And just so you know, that came out at the beginning of April. So the fact that I've gone through that already must just tell you how amazing it is. So we're going to use our 4-in-1 spoon. I will tell you that, yes, this has dill in it, but it also has a kick. When I make it for my dressings, I find that it sort of tastes like horseradish. I think it's marvelous. So we'll just mix that up a little bit. And let's get back to our sauce. So grabbing our sauté spoon wherever I've put that, just breaking this down a bit. You can see how all that spinach just wilted down to nothing. And this looks like a really good amount for the pasta that I'm cooking. Now, I did cook my pasta up, and what you're going to do is you're going to want to make sure that you reserve roughly a half a cup of your water that you cooked your pasta in. So let's pour our Spanakopita flavoring in here. Now remember, this is raw eggs, so we're going to want to cook this up. Don't you just love these brand new little mixing bowls? I love them. They're sold in sets of 3. This is the smallest of the sizes, and what I love is the handle. It's just perfect. All right, so we're just going to get this cooked a little bit. So let's do a little history on Spanakopita. So Spanakopita, actually Greek people love it. It's like the national dish. They eat it for breakfast. In fact, history tells us that for breakfast, Greek people actually dip their Spanakopita, their pie, not maybe the pasta, but they dip it in wine and eat it. And in the evening, they serve their Spanakopita with cheese, drizzled with garlic and honey. Yum. Now, no wonder Spanakopita is such a national dish. Very popular all over. I love anything Greek. It's one of my family's favorite. Spanakopita usually as well is served as a side dish alongside maybe a roasted pig or goat or maybe lemon chicken, which is my favorite. History goes back years and years and years ago. And they don't really know the origin of it. They think maybe it happened in Turkey because there's a similar product or recipe that goes back, years, like really years. And then maybe it moved over to Greece because they were so close together and part of the same union at one time. So that's sort of the thought, but someone would love to claim it theirs for sure. There's actually another fun food fact. Did you know that there's a World Spanakopita Day? Yeah, so maybe you're going to want to tuck this recipe aside so you can serve it on July 28th. Yum. So the pasta I cooked is a spaghetti pasta, and what I'm going to do, hopefully it's not too dried up. Now this is why we actually left half a cup. I'm going to grab my grip and grab so I can break this up. This is a gluten-free pasta. I'm trying this for the very first time. I saw this at the grocery store, and not every gluten-free product is worthy of eating. But I know I did try it just before I got on here thinking, okay, I need to make sure that this is decent and that we're going to eat it. So I will share the recipe and the product for this because I actually like the flavoring. I mean, sometimes when I open up the gluten-free packages, I don't even like the smell of the pasta not cooked. So it's going to be like, in the end. So we'll just stir this around. The eggs are cooked. We've got that lemony, cheesy, feta, dilly with a kick with our, of course, our dilly honey mustard dressing. And we're going to put, obviously, fresh pepper when I plate it. And I'm going to serve this as well with a little bit of a tomato salad because I just think it would be a nice combo. I just want to sprinkle maybe a little bit of fresh Parmesan cheese. Yum. Put it aside. Let's get the salad going. So I had just a few cherry tomatoes left. They were on sale. I don't know if you've been watching my cooking classes on installments, but cherry tomatoes were on, and so I grabbed them. Again, cherry tomatoes are not something that if I go away for a week, they're gonna be okay. They're getting close to me having to put them in the oven and make oven roasted tomatoes. So I was doing a cooking class earlier today live, and I had made a salad dressing, which is our balsamic dressing, and I think this would go really, really well. I was considering making a salad dressing with our brand new sun-kissed tomato. I thought that would be really nice as well. So why don't I do a little bit of a combination? So using my 4-in-1 spoon, this is larger chunks and I love the flavor of it. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon of that in here. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. It's almost like a bruschetta, really, at this point. And then, because I had leftovers, I'm just gonna use some of my balsamic vinaigrette. And this is gonna make a nice light salad, just alongside my pasta. So grabbing your grip and grabs, just toss that and let it sit for a bit. And I'm gonna grab a plate so we can plate this all up. Time to get it plated. Can't you see how easy these meals come together with Epicure? So we'll grab some of our pasta. As I mentioned, pasta can be quite heavy, which is why I made that nice little salad. So I'm gonna grab a spoon here. And we'll put some of our really nice flavored tomatoes on the side. And we are ready to have an amazing meal, which is the Spanakopita Pasta. Looks great, right? Thanks everyone for watching this cooking class. Give this a try, and remember, July 28th is World Spanakopita Day. Maybe this will be the recipe that you're going to make for your family so you can enjoy a fast meal, quick, in the kitchen and out to the great outdoors. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.